Hi and welcome to TMG Movie Reviews. I'm Rick.
I'm Andrew, and today we're discussing James Gunn's Super from 2010, the second in our Ellen Page series. The story is Frank is a short order cook in a small town. His formerly drug-addled wife is taken, or rather seduced, by Jacques, played by Kevin Bacon. One day while at home, Frank sees a vision on the television who encourages him to become a superhero, so Frank arms himself with a costume and a wrench and goes around town fighting crime.
This is not a proper superhero film, but
No,
all
not.
superhero films have that scene where they sort of get the costume or they choose the weapon, and yeah, he literally just picks up a wrench, smashes the thing on the table, and then he's just like, that'll do. Yeah. Doesn't try anything else.
No, just picks up a wrench and batters people half to death with it. He then becomes involved with another wannabe superhero played by our friend Ellen, and she nicks her same name to herself, Bolty. He becomes the Crimson Bolt, and the two of them go after Jacques in a hope of getting Frank's wife back. But it sort of came around at the same time as Kick-Ass, and Kick-Ass is, I think Super is this maybe slightly better, because I think Kick-Ass is very polished.
It's a very different tone.
It's a very different tone. Well, not so much about a man who's a super, but about a man who's really going through the stages of a nervous breakdown and
definitely, yeah,
trying to fight as well with very black depression. And Rainn Wilson, you might know as Dwight from The Office, is fantastic in this role. Absolutely spot on. And Paige is Bolty. I mean, you can't.
She's one of the best bits in the whole movie.
She's just wonderful.
She's just like so high energy in this movie. It's unbelievable.
She's a wonderful counterpoint to Frank's sort of melancholy and vulnerability.
Yeah, it's not set in a superhero type universe. This is set in like a very sort of real universe, and like Kick-Ass, if they were dressing up, but even more so probably than Kick-Ass, because I mean, a guy cuts in front of him at a cinema queue. So he goes and gets changed in the car. Everyone's seen the sort of Superman where he spins around in the phone booth. Yeah. Everyone's still stood there in the queue. They can clearly see this guy getting his suit on in the car across the street.
Getting a wrench out, yeah.
Then he walks across to the guy that cut in, who says, "I know it's you." And then he just smacks him, and all you see is like his skull crush. And it's just sort of, it's so violent.
It's so incredibly violent film. There's all
the whole film is about him rescuing his wife from Kevin Bacon. His wife is not very interested.
No, she's mostly stoned for most of it.
She's stoned for most of it. I don't understand why they cast her. They could have put anyone else there. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing they would have had to pay her more. Is she there for just star power? I'm not sure, because she's
not a big of a star, Liv Tyler.
Yeah, but people have heard of her.
Oh, mainly because I think she's Steve Tyler's daughter, and in fact she's in Armageddon.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon as the villain, he's dull in my opinion. He's just sort of we don't really see him in any scenes where the Crimson Bolt isn't there, so he's not really developed in that way. But I don't think he needs to be, because this story isn't about a sort of hero villain. This story is about Rainn Wilson's mental breakdown and how he sees himself as this superhero, which he isn't.
No, it's brilliant. I think it's a really underrated film. I think very underrated performances by Rainn Wilson, especially Ellen Page. This is not a kids' film. It's rated 18.
Absolutely
and
not.
It's definitely not a family superhero movie. It's very violent. It's quite disturbing.
Yeah, it's not really often that you get to see sort of like a sidekick rape the
hero. You never saw that in Batman and Robin, though it might have made it a slightly better film, in my opinion.
I wonder why I'm surprised they didn't explore that in Batman and Robin, or Batman Forever.
Batman Forever, yeah.
Frank's whole motivation throughout this movie is to get his wife, and to be honest, he's better suited to Bolty.
Yeah, Bolty's brilliant. I'd love to go out with Bolty. She's terrific.
She seems better suited to him as well, so.
Because they're both crazy.
Yeah, they could just like live together in a padded cell and dress up like superheroes. For me, I'd give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's good. I think it's definitely worth watching. I think Ellen Page's character is a standout. There's not much else apart from Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page in this movie to watch it for. Liv Tyler's not worth watching it for. Kevin Bacon's not worth watching it for.
Definitely check it out, because it's really unusual and it's really, really terrific, and it's 4 stars from me. Really enjoyed it and really would recommend it. And one final word in the world of Frank: shut up crime.